What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Patrick. I'm a 38-year-old skateboarder, just trying to skate as long as possible, and hopefully encouraging others along the way. And today, we're going to talk about what I believe are the top 5 supplements for skateboarders. I've also listed these supplements from the cheapest in cost to the most expensive. The first on the list is caffeine. This is probably the most basic and well-known supplement on the list, and I almost didn't include it because it's the only one that can give some gnarly withdrawal symptoms if you're taking large amounts and then stop. However, the scientist in me felt compelled to include it in the list because of its low cost and ability to enhance performance. Most people are probably getting their caffeine from coffee, tea, soda, or energy drinks. There are 2 main points that I want to talk about with caffeine. Number 1 is, if you already consume caffeine, I'm not suggesting to increase it. If you're normally taking caffeine in some form every day, I would consider taking periodic breaks from it. Slowly pulling back on caffeine will help you not get stuck in that trap of constantly increasing your caffeine intake over time. It also helps you have a more optimal effect from a smaller dose. And since caffeine is a drug, with any drug, this is generally a really good thing. And lastly, on caffeine, if I had to choose one source that is most optimal for skateboarders, I would probably choose either green or black tea because it naturally includes another supplement on the list that we're going to talk about soon. Next on the list is electrolytes. It's pretty well known that to stay hydrated, we need to drink water regularly, but what's less well known is that proper hydration also means proper electrolyte balance. In particular, we're talking about sodium, magnesium, and potassium. As a general rule of thumb, if you're skating for more than an hour, and especially if it's hot outside, you'll probably benefit from adding some sodium to your water. You can do this through electrolyte powder, or you can simply take some table salt and add some pinches of that to your water. The third supplement on the list is creatine. Creatine is probably the most well-studied supplement that there is, and there seems to be a consistent boost in performance with high-intensity movements, which most types of skateboarding would definitely fall into. I'm actually a big fan of mixing my electrolytes with creatine before I skate. It's worth noting that creatine does occur naturally in food, in particular meat, so if you're someone that's on a diet like carnivore, then you're probably getting quite a bit of creatine, and if you're going to supplement, you probably need to supplement in much smaller doses. I would say starting at something like 5 grams per day. Fourth on the list is a really interesting one, and I will say we're starting to get more expensive in cost here, but this one is theanine. This is the supplement that's naturally occurring in tea. Theanine is a naturally occurring amino acid that helps support relaxation in the brain. Generally speaking, there are 2 main messengers in the brain. One supports relaxation and one generally leads to stress. And theanine helps support that relaxation mindset. A little fun fact, if you take energy drinks, take a look at the label because they probably add theanine to it. This is because theanine has that relaxation effect. So manufacturers will add it to energy drinks to help reduce the jitters and negative side effects from the drink. So the application to skateboarding could be to help promote a more relaxed mindset. And this could be really helpful for people that find themselves battling tricks frequently or just get really easily frustrated trying to learn tricks. Either upping the theanine intake from a supplement form or simply bumping your intake of green tea, especially if you're already consuming caffeine. Okay, the last supplement on the list is alpha GPC. And as I mentioned, we are getting a little more on the pricey side here, but I think this is an important nutrient to discuss. This is short for L-alpha glyceryl phosphorylcholine, basically a supplement form of an essential nutrient called choline. Choline is found in meat, liver, eggs, and fish. Interestingly, choline was recognized as an essential nutrient as recently as 1998. That's pretty wild considering choline is essential in regulating mood, memory, and muscle contraction. So this could be an interesting avenue for a skateboarder to explore if you're really trying to get a cognitive edge and clean up your diet and get every essential nutrient that you need. But as I mentioned before, it is worth noting that this supplement is a bit on the pricey side, and the average person is probably getting most of their daily choline intake from eggs. At one point in time, I did personally have alpha GPC in my supplement routine before I would skate, and I did find it effective. And that's all I've got for you today. If you have any experience with any of these supplements we talked about, definitely drop a comment. Questions, drop a comment, hit me up on Instagram. But beyond that, that's it for now, and we'll be seeing you soon.